In the heat of the Georgia sun, a little girl ran barefoot down red clay roads, leaping over branches, dodging pebbles, racing against the wind. She had no proper track, no high jump bar, and no coaches yelling from the sidelines. But she had a dream. And that dream belonged to Alice Coachman, a girl who would go on to leap into history. Born in 1923 in Albany, Georgia, Alice was the fifth of 10 children in a working-class black family during the harsh days of Jim Crow. Opportunities were scarce, especially for a young black girl with Olympic-sized ambitions. Segregation barred her from using most training facilities, and the idea of girls, especially black girls, competing in sports was often frowned upon. But Alice didn't wait for permission. She turned dirt roads into running tracks, tree limbs into hurdles, and the fields of Georgia into her training ground. She jumped barefoot, driven by instinct, heart, and pure determination. Her gift couldn't be hidden, and soon, people began to notice. She earned a scholarship to the Tuskegee Institute, one of the few places where black athletes could compete and thrive. There, Alice trained relentlessly, balancing academics, work, and athletics. She dominated the amateur athletic union competitions, winning 10 consecutive national high jump titles from 1939 to 1948. She also excelled in sprinting and relay events, proving her versatility and unmatched work ethic. But her Olympic dreams were delayed. The 1940 and 1944 Olympic Games were canceled because of World War II. Alice waited, trained, and hoped. Then came London, 1948, the first Olympics after the war. Alice Coachman, now 25, was ready. With grace and power, she leapt 5 feet, 6 1/8 in the high jump, higher than any other woman that day. And just like that, she became the first black woman in history to win an Olympic gold medal. It wasn't just a win for her. It was a win for every girl who had been told to sit still, for every black athlete who had been locked out of facilities. It was a leap over barriers that had stood for generations. When Alice returned to the United States, she was celebrated, but only to a point. Segregation was still alive and well. At her victory ceremony in Albany, the black and white audiences were forced to sit separately, and Alice wasn't even allowed to speak at her own celebration. Still, she smiled, stood tall, and represented dignity in the face of inequality. After retiring from competition, Alice Coachman became a teacher and worked to inspire young athletes. She even became the first African-American woman to endorse an international product, Coca-Cola, paving the way for black athletes in advertising. Her influence stretched far beyond the track. She opened doors for icons like Wilma Rudolph, Jackie Joyner-Kersee, and Serena Williams. Every time a black woman stands on a podium, Alice is there, in spirit, in legacy, in triumph. Alice Coachman, the girl who leapt barefoot through Georgia and landed in Olympic glory. A true trailblazer. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe for more black inspiration stories.
Until next time, keep learning and stay inspired.